Yo, this is the award-winning Life is Dope podcast.
Hey!
I am award-winning journalist Graffiti.
And I am award-winning journalist Davey as well.
Hey! How you feeling, bro?
Hey, I'm feeling great.
You gonna talk like that all episodes? That's just gonna fuck me up.
Nah,
I feel like I gotta talk like that.
I'm not, man. I'm not gonna talk like that. Nah, man. How you feeling?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Like I said, award-winning. That feels good to say. Shout out to the CABJ, Colorado Association, the black journalists, for tossing us that nomination, and we took that thing home. What was that? Social Influencer of the Year.
Yeah, we influenced the social stuff.
I guess, man. I guess y'all are listening to what the fuck we talking about.
Nah, ain't no I guess.
Yeah,
no,
well,
I guess.
Yeah, you right.
That.
We can flex now. We got awards and shit.
Shout out to iHeartRadio.
Shout out to iHeartRadio. Shout out to LizzieBrody.com.
Hey, shout out to LizzieBrody.Kizon.
Burn. Another dope episode. Let's get into what's going on in the world today, man.
Man, just a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Always.
Man, let's talk about it. Tyrese and The Rock.
Hey, that shit is hilarious to me. Everybody, y'all can feel free to chime in. Have y'all seen what was going on with Tyrese and
what's the deal?
And The Rock?
So Tyrese and The Rock, they've been beefing because The Rock, he's filming his own Fast spinoff, yeah, which is pushing back the Fast and Furious. Is it 9? It's 10,
20, whatever they at. But they pretty much, The Rock got a spinoff of Fast and Furious.
Is this going to be a major film, or is this going to be like a Netflix series?
It's going to be a major film.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's fucking up production on the next Fast and Furious.
I understand the frustration now.
So Tyrese, had to speak out about that. And
like, first of all, why this nigga of everybody else get his own spinoff? I've been on every one of these shits. Tyrese been on every one of them, huh?
Except the one with Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah, did anybody watch that one?
The Tokyo one? No, I never saw that one.
I wouldn't even know.
Never saw that one.
Nah, but I think it was funny because everybody was like, oh, shit, y'all hear The Rock? Like, did y'all not watch SmackDown? This nigga The Rock does this.
Right.
That's what his career was
about.
The Rock
is with the shits for
But
real.
the Rock is also a big-time star, though, man. So, he's going to get opportunities that Tyrese is not going to get, or just the rest of the cast is not going to get.
Right,
just because of his clout, his body of work, and his influence.
Still matters.
And he's extremely motivated, man. I mean, I don't know if you guys follow this dude, but
yeah,
I love The Rock, man. It's hard to go against this dude, so.
And let's keep it real. I don't know. The Fast and Furious didn't really start to pop until he came in. Like it was at a level. Someone said no.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know which one they're at right now. I lost track
because it was already a good movie.
Long.
It was a good series, and then when it came in, they went into a great series. So that's basically that's probably what got them 5 more movies was when he came through.
Right.
And then now they have Jason Statham. It's basically like the Expendables at this point.
Yeah. Tyrese is mad. I get the frustration,
but I did see the video where he was clowning Tyrese talking about his album.
His album?
He sound like baby shit.
Oh my gosh, hilarious!
It's just dog shit in my ear.
Hilarious.
Get rid of it. That was disrespectful, but that's what The Rock does.
But was that a joke? Because that was that was a minute ago. Because that album came out a while ago.
I think he was dead ass. He was just like, wait, Tyrese got a new album?
So they've been beefing there.
Probably.
No, I think he just wanted to keep the beef going.
Right.
Now.
Bring up shit.
Bring up the album.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's the only recent album that Tyrese has.
Right.
Maybe that was a shot too.
Yeah.
The fact that he couldn't even recall a recent album except from a couple years ago.
Before we get into the next thing.
Yeah.
Because our special guest just chimed in a lot, and people are probably like, who the fuck is that other voice?
We'll keep it a secret. We're going
to keep it a secret? All right, let's keep going in.
But I do kind of want to talk about, I don't know if I want to talk about, I'm not going to talk about how trash Tyrese used to be on Twitter. His tweets were deplorable.
You about to talk about how he upset all the black women?
Because
if that's where we're going, go ahead and press skip on this topic.
Just tweets that
I don't got time.
No, we love black men. I would never.
Yeah, gonna get me roasted again.
But
I see what you're trying to do right now, bro.
So I'm reading from officially ICE's timeline. Here's a tweet where he said, Pandora, whoever you are, thank you. I get tweets about you playing my music all the time.
Wait. Tyrese said
that. Another tweet that said, where's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when you need him? This is all bad. That was from 2014.
He said, where's he at, huh?
Yeah.
Celebrities, man, when you hit a certain level, somebody else should just handle your social media for real. Especially when you're president.
I can't expect you to see what I see because I see the invisible. I see what's not there. It doesn't exist.
That's that.
Oh, that was one of them Jim Carrey lines.
That's one of them Jaden Smith joints.
This is one of them B.O.B.
Jim Carrey.
B.O.B. man.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Y'all saw that?
Yeah.
In Fashion Week?
He said we don't matter.
I learned what
we don't exist.
What a tetrahedron was.
What?
It's like a pyramid kind of, but
a tetrahedron.
Yeah, something.
Somebody plays Tetris a lot.
It's like a pyramid, but like on top of each other.
So like Tetris
at the base.
And that came from B.O.B.?
No, that came from Jim Carrey.
Oh shit! I'm confused.
No, B.O.B. was saying some. Have you seen that video?
Which one?
Like the most recent one, where he was just talking about how how the English language is a curse, which is why we write in cursive. Nah. And it's a spell, which is why we have to spell.
I don't know, man.
Yo,
you know what would be crazy?
Smoking that fire.
I'm about to say he got that fire. He got that kill. But you know what would be funny? What if people like B.O.B. are right and we just the weird motherfuckers?
Man.
And one day he's just like, I told you.
Told you the earth was flat.
Yeah, that's why we on a spell. That shit's trippy. Really, that's just good weed. Shout out to B.O.B. Come on the show. We got you.
What else is going on? I mean, we can talk about the Hip Hop Awards. You know, let's talk about how
nigga, hold up. No, let's get to the guests. Let's talk to the guests about this shit.
All right.
We got a special guest in the building.
Okay.
Holding it down with us.
Straight like
Very
that.
special guest in the building right here.
Yo.
Professional football player.
Hype him up.
Super Bowl winning.
All gas.
Omar Bolden.
Hey.
What's good? What's the deal?
What's good, bro? So for the people who don't know or weren't just listening to what I just said, who are you? What do you do?
Oh, man, my name's Omar Bolden. I'm from Southern California, Ontario to be exact. Played for the Denver Broncos from 2012 through 2016.
Word.
Currently a free agent and a entrepreneur, investor, and influencer.
Word.
Yeah.
Dope. Investor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about that first.
Absolutely. Publicly, I'm involved in two companies or invested in two companies, DraftKings.
Okay.
And the Me's and the B's Lemonade.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, Me's and B's Lemonade is special. A little girl out in Texas. Actually trying to do something special and kind of do things the natural way, man. And she's young, she's black, she's like 12 years old, man. And we just believed in her vision, my financial team and I, and it just sounded like a good move for us. You know, I always want to help empower our own, you know, and help reach back to pull forward, you know. So dope. It just made sense, man. And I love lemonade. You know, one thing I learned about like investing early on, man, is that like you always want to invest in something that you believe in, man. So like I obviously love lemonade, as I said, and football. You know, I'm obviously a fan of the game of football, man. So those are two things that I'm publicly involved in.
So like the little girl just had like a lemonade stand and was like, I want to do natural lemonade.
Yeah, well, she was trying to save the bees. She's trying to save the bees, so that's why it's called Me and the Bees.
Right,
lemonade.
Right.
Yeah, so you know, she's gone out of her way to produce honey the right way, you know, and not harm the bees. Right. And so I thought that was good, man. I'm all about, you know, well, I can't say I'm all about, but I've been vegan for some time. You know, I'm not vegan now. But I definitely believe in.
You said you're not now.
Nah.
Because of that barbecue, was like, you know what?
What you watch? What the hell?
These ribs smell
But you know what's crazy is I actually gave up red meat and dairy products a year ago, over a year ago, last August.
How was that?
That was easy.
Okay.
That was easy. The red meat was easy. The dairy was kind of hard because at the time I loved cheese. I love cheese, you know. So the only thing that I had to do was to give up was the chicken to become a vegan, and that was pretty tough. Or chicken and fish, excuse me, chicken and fish. That was pretty tough. And since then, I've gone back to just eating fish, but I still don't eat dairy products.
Okay.
But in saying that, man, like I just understand the importance in saving, you know, wildlife and animals, and you know, so. Although I'm still eating fish, you know, so I play both sides of the fence. But it is what it is, man. You can judge me if you want, you know. I don't care.
No, we've been surviving off fish since time began. Man.
Yeah.
Shit. And you said DraftKings as well. That's
DraftKings as well. Yeah, man. I both of these opportunities I had, or both of these investments, I had an opportunity to jump in early, you know, so which was good for me and good for any investor out there, man, to catch the first phase.
Right. Shit, you can't open up any app without seeing a DraftKings ad.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And how important is it to invest, especially if you're playing sports? Because I could imagine like just players just blowing through money as soon as they get those first couple checks.
No question, man. I think what's more important is educating yourself first. Or if you don't want to educate yourself, surround yourself with those who are highly educated, who could teach you things. But before you invest, I think it's important to accumulate. Like so many times, like guys come into the league and their quote unquote financial advisors telling them we need to invest. So it's like, yo, I just got some paper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me accumulate some things and then invest the money. You know what I'm saying? Because like if I invest shit that I haven't accumulated, then like if shit goes south, because let's not get it twisted. Like an investment is a risk.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a sure thing. You know what I'm saying? So like you're gambling with your money. So like if you gamble with your money and you don't even have a pot, you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be asked out. Things go south. So I think the more importantly than investing is to accumulate the cash first. And then make those necessary moves. That you feel or that your financial advisor or team feels is right.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
Now, were there any crazy purchases that you made in the beginning that made you kind of feel like, damn, I need to chill?
No, I wasn't really. I'm not really a big spender. So I really didn't make any crazy purchases. But there are things that like I wish I didn't buy. Like I have like it's sickening. I probably have like 16 pairs of Balenciagas, right? And it's like at this point when I bought these shoes, I was on my second year in the league, man. So this is my first like taste of having some cash, and I got completely like beside myself. Like,
let me get all them Balenciagas.
It wasn't even that. It wasn't like I love the shoe. I love the shoe, right? So like I've always been a huge fan of sneakers, man. So I got a bunch of sneakers, right? Mm-hmm. But I love the shoe, so I just continue to buy them over and over again, right? But like when I say I got beside myself, it's like I'm from Southern California, like we fly and we fresh, but like designers are our thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We're more simple. You know what I'm saying, and laid back. You know what I'm saying. Give us some Cortezes, some shell toes, some Chucks, or some Vans, and we good. Right. So for a year and a half, I would say I kind of got lost. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, and like really, I wouldn't say lost in the sauce, but like just lost in like finding out in who I was as an individual. You know what I'm saying, because I was surrounded by so many dudes in the locker room who had X, Y, and Z, and this and that, man. And not that I was trying to keep up, but I was just like, oh man, shit, I could get that too. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like,
you got 12 Balenciagas.
Right.
I'm about to get 6.
Like I said, it's shameful, man. Like I mean, to be honest, like I'm pretty sure in the near future I'm probably gonna look to get rid of them because like some of them are brand new. You know what I'm saying? And some of them have warrants, and they're all pairs that I would never wear again. Right. That's not even my thing. I don't even like designer shoes. Like
what size are they?
12, man. 45 European. Yeah.
Talk after.
No doubt.
So as far as being vegan, did it affect your workouts at all? Was it still easy to maintain muscle mass or maintain your strength when you were working out? Yeah, man. I mean, I've been the same size. You know what? Okay, let me answer that question. Yes, it affected me. I noticed that I gained more energy from waking up at night. I mean, waking up in the morning, regardless of how much sleep I had. I had more stamina throughout the day and whatever I was doing. And I just felt cleaner. You just feel clean, but one thing I didn't like, the only thing I didn't like about being vegan is like the overuse of soy products. Mm-hmm. Like, so you have tofu, or you have soy chicken, soy beef, soy shrimp, or seitan, right, which is a wheat protein, right? But all these soy products, like soy contains estrogen, right? And like if we have too much of it as men, it's going to take away from our testosterone, right? It's obviously like not a good thing, right? And for women, it could cause like fertility issues, you know what I'm saying? So it's not good for anybody. But another thing that I learned in that short journey that I had of being vegan was just like people should just be aware and conscious of what you're eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think everything you can have within moderation. Obviously I make the choice not to have dairy because I know what dairy does to my body. Like it makes me have allergies. I get acne. I don't even have acne problems, and that shit occurs when I have dairy products. But I think everything that you in life you should have in moderation. You shouldn't overdo anything, you know what I'm saying? So that was one thing that I learned that I took from being vegan and that I kind of applied to my life now. The greatest way to test like a man or a woman's discipline is to change your diet.
That's real.
it's the greatest way to test your discipline because from you're with yourself for 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
And you're constantly being tempted by shit that you love, that you're used to having, and like the real discipline is being able to say, "Nah, I'm cool today.
That's real.
I'm cool," you know, and like that right there can translate and correlate with so many other things in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, if I got a discipline to give up something that I really love, you know, to sacrifice for whatever I think it may, you know, help, you know, then I think it helped in so many other things. Yeah,
that's cool. So you went to school at Arizona State University?
Yeah, I went to Arizona State, man, from 2007 and graduated in 2011.
So how was it transitioning from playing college to playing in the NFL?
For me, for someone playing my position, which is I was defensive back, it was pretty much the same, man. Like, you know, the same guys that were blazing fast in the league were blazing fast in college. Right. Those same guys were blazing fast in high school. You know what I'm saying? I think the transition is really tough, or the guys who really feel or notice the transition are like defensive linemen, offensive linemen, because now you're going against men that literally put their hands on you every play. You know, like I could, like, depending on like how I decide to play this receiver, I don't have to put my hands on him. Right. I could play off coverage, you know, and the only time I have contact is when they're throwing the ball and I got to make a tackle. Right. You know what I'm saying? But for those guys that are in the trenches and they're dealing with brute strength, play after play, I think those are the guys that recognize the biggest transition. But for me, I think the bigger transition that I noticed wasn't on the field, was just off the field. You know, like learning how to adjust to like now making money, to now like understanding that this is no longer just a game, it's a business, to like dealing with like little shit, to like, yo, okay, how am I gonna manage my family? Like, okay, like I know people gonna call for this, that, and the third, but like, what am I gonna allow myself to give? Like, what am I going to allocate to these people? You know what I'm saying? And how I'm going to like decide to deal with it. Like, you know, like it's a game to everybody else, but to me, it's my job. You know what I'm saying? So if you coming at me with shit that's interfering with me, that's taking away from my emotions, because football's an emotional game, right? So if you do anything to take away from my emotions, like now you fucking up my paper, right? Because now I can't go out, step onto the field with like everything that I know that I have in the tank. You know what I'm saying? So like. That's the biggest transition that I recognize, you know, but just like learning to balance the shit off the field, because like for me, and I'll speak for myself, you know, the transition on the field was nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a jewel right there. I was about to ask you, so I'm going to ask you, what's that first week like when you first get drafted into the league? When you first realize, yo,
the shit was lit.
I'm a Denver Bronco.
Shit was lit.
I made it.
Shit was lit.
We made it.
Shit was lit, man. Shit be lit, man. And then you realize, like, for like 3-4 days, you're like, damn, this shit lit. I got drafted. And then you realize, like, you still ain't got no paper.
Yeah, you're right.
And you're like, damn, like, okay, well, when that shit coming? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
All right, like, I saw, y'all draft me, right? So when that paper coming? And then, you know, so that it was fun, though. Don't get me wrong, man. That was, like, one of the greatest weeks of my life, man. Just, like, hearing my name called. And by the way, this is a pretty funny story. Cleveland was on the clock, right? Cleveland was on the clock when my phone rang, and I looked at the TV and I saw Cleveland. I said, "Shit, fuck, bro. Like, dog, I am not trying to go to Cleveland, bro. Like, I fuck with Bron, but yo,
not mad at you.
Bron wasn't even there at the time. You know, Bron was in Miami, man. So I was like, shit. And I looked at the phone and it said 303 area code, and I picked it up, man. And it was at the time. Coach Ryan Milas was the DB coach, and he was on the phone, and we had an interesting connection because his son ran track at Arizona State at the same time I was there. Okay. So we were he was familiar with me,
right.
And he put John Elway on the phone, and I went to school with Jack, his son.
Right.
His son was at Arizona State with me as well, man. So that was a pretty interesting and unique time right there with them drafting me and those two people being on the phone.
Yeah,
you know?
frequencies. So when that happened and you in there now, you're an NFL player, you made it. Do people get weird around you, friends and family?
Yeah. I believe so. Some people do. Some of them do. Some of them keep it real cool, keep it G. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the only people that change on you and start acting funny are the people that want something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the people that want, it's not like, you know, I say everybody wants something, right? But it's those people that want something like just because they're lazy or like they just don't like.
They don't want to put nothing back.
You know what I'm saying? They just want to put their hand out because they know you got it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the whack part about it. But it is what it is, and it comes with the job. It comes with the territory. You know.
So does it take more than just skill to get into the NFL, or does it take maintaining relationships, networking?
Well, it's a business, man. So obviously, there's a certain skill that you have to have, right, to play this game at this level, right? Mm-hmm. You have to be healthy, right? Because the best thing about a player, the best thing a player can do is be available. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And when you're hurt, you're useless, right?
Cost of money, basically.
Right. But also, you know, it is a business. So, like, for me to sit over here and say, like, if you don't have no relationships, you good. Like, that'll be lying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there are situations that happen all throughout the year where guys be like, or coaches will call like an old player that they had from 3 years ago on such and such team, and they knew that they did the job that they liked the way they wanted it, you know, and they know that guy's at home right now. They'll call that dude up, even though they have a list of priority free agents that are on their board, you know, of who they should come in. He'll reach out to someone he trusts, you know, because he knows his system, you know, and that comes from relationships. So, yeah, absolutely. You definitely need to have relationships in this league because coaches get fired every year. Right. Coaches get fired in the middle of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, and end up somewhere else, or like quality control guys get promoted. Mm-hmm. You know, assistants become it's like a revolving door that just like so. In order for you to like maintain yourself, like maintain a position where you could have a job, I think it's important to keep relationships, right? You know,
because I would just notice, like I would imagine it's already the odds are against you to even get into the league, but then in some cases you'll see people get into the league and then their brothers get into the league, or their
trickle down effect, and
their
same
sons
city.
get into the league.
Yeah, I think if you have any type of lineage that's come before you that's in the league, you're gonna get a shot. Like maybe you may not get like a real shot, but they're gonna consider you.
You get the look.
Yeah, you gonna get the look. You gonna get the look, and then it's up to you from that point to see like what you do with it. You know, so and that's why you always hear like family lines.
Yeah,
you know, last name, same last name. Like name. And if it sounds familiar, it probably is familiar. You know, probably so.
And you spoke a lot about it being a job and being a business, and I think one of the hot button issues that we see right now is kneeling and the national anthem. Mm-hmm. So I think, how are you able to manage your business while dealing with the conflicts of also being an African American, playing a sport, and seeing all of the social issues that are going on? How do you balance that?
Well, we've always had issues that, you know, we've had to like somehow balance that others didn't have to balance, you know. Right. So for us to like be alarmed by this, like it shouldn't really surprise us, you know, because we were born battling, you know what I'm saying? We're born fighting, you know, so it is what it is. But I think like your political stance or whatever it is that you decide to do outside of football is completely separate from what you do on the football field, you know. Right. And if you decide to take a political stance or knee, you know, before the game, that's just what you do. You know, it shouldn't affect what your job is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people are taking like other people's opinions too serious. Like it's theirs. Like, let them have that and let them do what they want. You know what I'm saying? If you want to kneel and if I want to stand, it's all good. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do whatever I believe is right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I believe in, and I'm gonna stand firm behind that. You know.
Let that be that.
And just let that be that. Right. And just let that be that. But like the fans and the media and just like people just diving too much into other people's business. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just mind if that's not for you, just mind your business. You know, they do that shit any other time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But because it's like because it's like taking a knee during the national anthem, all of a sudden like people are extremely offended. Like,
right. How do you feel about now this sudden influx of the players actually joining in, taking a knee? You got the organizations putting out statements and all this hoopla going on right now. What's your stance on?
Yeah, I think it's good that the players are coming together and they're doing something collectively. I think it's whack that the owners are coming out and making statements like that. Is somewhere along the lines of, you know, if you take a knee, you won't play. Right. You know, and I think that's bullshit because that's all relative. Yeah. Because if Dak Prescott comes out and takes a knee, he gonna start. Yeah. If Zeke Elliott You know, like
if they take a knee, they're
gonna start. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take like a marquee player to take a knee. You know what I'm saying? And like role players, which is like a job that I had here at Denver, right? Like I could take a knee all day I want, and I'm not gonna make no noise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It's certain people that like are appointed certain positions in life. You know what I'm saying? That have certain platforms, and it's up to them to make it do what it do. Like you can't like, I mean, we could do all we want, right? But like our voice is only gonna be heard by so many people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's like certain players and certain guys and certain people in this world that can make shit move. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a position, they sit in a position of power. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they're not ready for that spot. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know, but I just think that guys like me, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say that it doesn't mean anything, but it doesn't mean enough.
Yeah, right. Do you feel like the message has been lost in all of this now?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. People don't even know what they're doing. People don't even know if they're protesting.
Yeah. At this point, I'm kind of like, I'm over it. Like
it's
you turn
whack.
to ESPN
it's
and you get like 3 hours
whack.
of protest, and it's like, all right, I don't even know about the game that
right.
was on.
Well, also too, we also have to understand too that the media has a job just like everybody else.
Yeah.
So their job is to report shit daily.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every day they have to have a story. You know how hard that is? Every day to produce a story.
Every day.
Every day.
So they're like, shit.
And you see the same niggas. You see the same niggas every day.
Right.
You see the same niggas every day. You're like, we talked about everything yesterday.
Right.
Talked about everything yesterday. Like,
yeah.
I also think that Twitter just makes issues an issue that's not really an issue.
Yeah.
I think that Twitter tends to weigh heavily on the scale. Like if you look at like the Dove advertisements, you look at what happened with Cam, you look at just everything. It tends to just blow it up more than what it needs to be, especially with people losing endorsements.
Social media in general, just everybody has a voice, which is good and bad.
Yeah.
Because you got the trolls.
There's no context to that voice, though.
Yeah, that's real.
Sometimes it gets misinterpreted, just based off of us not knowing, But, I mean, maybe I'm different, but, like, I don't even use Twitter no more.
That's true. Puff tweeted out that he wanted to buy the NFL. Do you think that there should be or could be another league that competes with the NFL?
No.
Yeah,
No.
never.
No.
You remember the XFL?
Yeah, we could.
That shit.
The only way that happens is if those same players that we need to take a knee come and play for that league.
Yeah.
Because you remember when what was it? Ice Cube had the Big Three League.
Yeah, it's still going. Yeah, it's still
going.
See, he's like, you remember when? That shit's still going. Nobody really watching, but it's dope though. But like you said, I think if the key players, like for something like that to happen, it can't just be like a knockoff version of the NFL.
Right.
You gotta.
But to add to your, I forget who just said it about the 3-on-3. Your point.
Yeah.
But like, it may not be relevant now, but LeBron's still playing. When LeBron retire, where do you think he'll be playing at?
Right.
3-on-3. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised or shocked if like in the next year or two Kobe played in 3-on-3 league.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's gonna become. It's gonna be a place for like older guys who still want to play, still want to hoop, could do that thing, and it's not too serious.
So maybe not a competitor to the NFL, but just an alternate type situation.
Well, I think that's gonna be flag football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a flag football league, just because. I played in the first American flag football league game. Yeah, and it was Mike Vick was playing, Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson.
Dang.
Yeah,
that was a good segue.
Yeah, Kerry Rose, man. It was some heavy hitters in there, but it was like guys that are the guys that weren't playing right now or that were transitioning to something else, But I think that's the next wave, man. Because like, if they could find a way for it to become lucrative and for guys to but to get paid a decent amount, I see like players and even kids and families pushing their kids to flag football to avoid injuries or to minimize injuries and to like reduce like the chances of them like having brain trauma,
right?
Because there's no contact, and it's still fun, it's still competitive, so it's just all about like, can they generate like that type of crowd?
I think they can,
and I think they can too. Like if you keep involved, like for me, like it's not like, well, maybe maybe not now, but like literally we showed up on, let's say the game was on Wednesday. Showed up on Monday, we ran some plays. Tuesday we ran some plays. Wednesday we had the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like we was out there really like, it doesn't take up too much of your time. Yeah. So I can still like focus on other things that I want. Yeah, and I still have that thrill. I still get that competitive edge on like opponents that I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, and that's the biggest thing like about playing sports is like you just love competing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when that's taken from you or when you can't do it anymore, that's what you miss most. You know, being able to compete with like someone who's just like you, like physically like we the same. Right. But it's like, how I'm gonna beat this dude. Right. Like that shit is exciting. Like, yo, cause like now it's not just physical, it's like it's mental. It's like real warfare out there. Like, okay, like this dude sitting across the table from me, like, okay, I gotta study his move. Okay, bam, that's one
right now.
Yeah. But seriously, you know, and I think that's what competitors miss most.
Word. So to speak on what you just spoke about with the health issues in football, and that's kind of been a big issue lately with the whole, brain injuries and things going on with the players. You were on the injured list during Super Bowl 50, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So we can speak on that, and then just in general, kind of the safety. And I'm asking kind of personally because I have a son that plays football, and he broke his arm the first play of the first game of this season. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, it's tough to kind of explain that to a kid because he just loves football. Mm-hmm. But he's like, I can't play. And then his whole thing is I want to be in the NFL. And I'm like, well, there's NFL players that get injured and can't play. And then that's that. You know what I mean? So, like, what are kind of some things that you would say to just in general and to the youth about the risk of playing football? Are the rewards worth the risk?
You have to understand, what game you're playing. Right. And when you put those pads on, that helmet on, the risks you're taking. Mm. There's no secret to any player. Right. It may be like a secret to like the fans and the audience, but like to us, we know what's on the table. We know what's at risk. So if you're willing to step into that battlefield, you got to be willing to get wounded. And that's just part of the game. It's just like if you learning to ride a bike, like you're gonna fall. Right. Like until you get right, you're gonna fall. And even when you right, you still might fall. You still may try to squeeze through like a tight little way, and hit the wall, scrape your shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you still have those moments. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what comes with it. But what I would say is that as a kid, you get to learn early how to face adversity. So you learn valuable life lessons as a kid. Of like, okay, well, like now I can't do it. So like for your son, I mean, how old is your son? 10. And I don't even think I would make it this serious because like he's still a kid, right? Yeah. Still a kid, right? So I wouldn't say, but if he was older, like in high school, like, well, son, what are you doing now that you can't play? Right. Like what? How else are you getting better? Because there are ways you can still get better. Like you can become more mentally sharp. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You could be in the film room watching film. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you could still like, okay, his arm's broke, so maybe for like the first week he can't do nothing. But I'm pretty sure like it's in the cast, right? Yeah. I've never broken an arm. I've never broken anything, but like I'm pretty sure in the cast, like after a week or two, like he could start doing stuff with his feet. Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? So, like there are other things to stay tight, to stay like still to fine tune your game. You know, and I don't know if he's right-handed or left-handed, depending on what arm. It doesn't even matter, but he can still catch with the other hand. Right. And even if he's not that dominant hand, work on that hand. Yeah, and I think just like to blanket all that though, like I think it's just one of the concerns with parents and just in general. And then like now you got the news just kind of scaring everybody, like like we didn't know football was dangerous. You know what I mean? Right. But like now since there's such an emphasis on it, more and more people are like, well, I don't want my kid to play football, and the climate is kind of changing, like where there's so many other things that kids could do, and even just going into high school and shit. Like it's not before it was like hoop dreams, football dreams, rapper dreams, and now like you got kids coding and all kind of shit. So it's like we had Nathan Palmer on here, and he was kind of just saying like how his passion for music was stronger than his passion for football. But a lot of cats get in the game and then they see them checks and they go with that. Right. Would you tell somebody like if you're not all the way there for football? Nah, I mean if you're not all in, don't do it. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't really love the game, if you ain't willing to quote unquote die for that, don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna half-ass it. You're gonna end up hurting yourself. Right. Seriously, you're gonna seriously end up hurting yourself because you're gonna be timid out there. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be all in. Like nah, That's with anything in life. If you're not all in, don't do that shit.
Don't do
you know
it.
what I'm saying? And don't do shit just for the paper. You know what I'm saying? Paper is good and all, but like if you're not enjoying, you don't have true passion and joy for what you do, that shit don't make you happy every day. If you don't wake up out the bed like, damn, I can't wait to get to whatever I gotta do, then that's not the right thing for you. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that like sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So we all got bills, we all got like responsibilities in life. So I understand those moments, but like don't get caught doing that shit for your entire life, man. Like understand that like you gotta do what you gotta do, but make the necessary moves like to position yourself to get into where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Because like we all have ambitions and we all have aspirations of doing great things, you know. And it's just sometimes it's stepping stones. Actually, all the time, there's stepping stones everywhere. You know,
that's life.
Yeah, that's life. You know, so we can't get discouraged.
That's real.
So speaking of music, what music do you normally listen to just like get you in the zone?
I see the Bob Marley on your arm.
Yeah, man. I'm a little different, man. I like a little bit of everything. But I don't even know what the sound is. But like whatever Janae Aigo is, whatever that sound is, I don't know. Like I don't know what it is. That's how I would describe it. That's how I would describe it. But like that's like my shit. Like I love that type of music. So anybody that has like those type of tracks, like Drake has plenty of tracks like that. J. Cole got some tracks like that. Janae got some tracks like that. What's homie name you just sent me a track to? A call.
A child.
A child. I don't know.
A.chal.
Oh yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, he got some vibey shit. But yeah, man. But obviously, I mean, I love rap. I love hip hop. Love R&B. You know what I'm saying?
We just listened to him talking about that.
What were we listening
Ride
to?
on the highway.
Oh yeah, we were just banging that. Excuse me. Hold up. That Reasonable Doubt. We're just banging that Reasonable Doubt. Classic shit. Yeah, on Throwback Thursday. Yeah. So, but
what did you think of 444?
Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it. I still love it.
Are you a Big J fan?
Yeah, I am.
All right, let's do this real
I
quick.
am.
Okay, I gotta ask you. How would you rank Jay's albums? Top 5, 1 through 5 for you personally.
Reasonable Doubt.
Oh.
Volume. I want to say Volume 3.
Okay. Volume 3.
In my lifetime.
Yeah, in my lifetime.
Yeah, that's you put that number 2.
No, excuse me. No. I do not put that at number 2.
Okay.
But I just know it's definitely in my top 5 though.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just put them out there before we put them out there. Okay.
Yeah.
So American Gangster, Reasonable Doubt, 444, Volume 3, and Blueprint 2.
All right.
Blueprint 2.
Say careful.
Blueprint 2.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna take the Volume 3 out and I'm gonna replace it with the Black Album.
Yes. Now you on track. I was waiting.
I'll replace it with the Black
I was
Album.
waiting for it right there. I
Replace
was
it with the
like,
Black Album. Yeah.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
No, that's.
I'm just thinking about a couple cuts that I like off.
You put 444 in 5 though, in the top 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I just think about the things that he's talking about and things that completely went over our head.
Yeah.
You know?
Bars.
You know, like so, like when like anything that like any type of artist releases and it goes over your head and it's like worth going back and listen to.
Years later, that album's gonna be so much more.
Absolutely.
appreciated. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I even think that like I put it in my top 5 now, but like,
Yeah.
and maybe it is number 5 right now, but I have a feeling like in 5 years it's gonna rise.
Okay.
You know, and I think personally that's gonna happen for a lot of people. That it may not even be in the top 5 now, but I
Right.
think and as time goes on, man, you'll appreciate it more.
I agree. I think that's gonna happen with Kendrick. Like, once people really understand Kendrick's albums in a few years, it's next level shit.
I mean,
I like that. That's my 5 too. Right?
I low key think Damn might be one of the albums of the year.
Oh, it's definitely the album of the year for me. What you got, Davey?
Album of the year.
Of the year.
So many good albums come out though.
It's almost overwhelming. Too many good albums came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll say Damn.
It'd be between Damn, 444.
Definitely 444 is up there in the ranks.
That's probably it.
I like those two.
Watch now. After the show, we're gonna think about like 12 other solid
They're
ass
gonna be
albums.
flaming us in the comments like, well, what about More Life?
You're right. Nah. Who you feel like is a sleeper artist right now? Somebody that you might have just got put on, or somebody you listen to that doesn't really get enough push.
Can I check let me check the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me
Yeah,
check.
go
Let me
ahead,
check my recent.
While he's checking, David, who you got?
I need to check my sleepers as well.
Mm.
I was just listening to that new Maya on the way here.
New Maya got some new.
Yeah, it's called Ready for Whatever. It's fire.
First of all, here goes a sleeper.
Okay.
Here goes a sleeper. This is the most slept on group right now.
Okay.
Is Audio Push.
Yes, Lord.
Most slept on group. Yo, when I'm talking about bar for bar, lyric for lyric,
Easily.
Yo, these dudes, you put these dudes up against anybody,
Yeah.
I'm betting on them.
I'm
betting on them. We talk for bar, and we talk about especially we talk about like.
I think it's because their name is Audio Push. I think that's why they're not getting the look.
They not getting the push.
Like I don't understand. Like I really don't understand like why they're not in the spot of Ray Sherman.
Yeah.
Like no,
I think it's because of how they started out early in the career with the poppy type records and all that.
Yeah.
Because then they do Teach Me How to Jerk.
Yep.
They did
Well, they
did.
I'm a jerk. Or it was
They
something
did
with
one
jerk.
of-
Yeah, they did a jerk song.
I think that smeared them early, but fire
Fire.
every time consistently.
Fire. So that's who's most slept on. Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna say Jacquees is one of them.
Okay.
As being most slept on.
Why do you think? Okay,
Let's talk about it.
Right.
I don't like how in the entertainment industry, right, in movies and in music, right. I don't like that like people continue to remake old shit. Like why are we getting a new Beauty and the Beast?
Right.
Why are we not getting another original Disney film? Like why are we getting another?
I get it.
Like why
Movies a little bit different. 'Cause I love a good remake.
I think because we have the technology now to
Make the
do a
shit
lot of it
better.
justice. Like
Yeah.
like watching the It remake, I think it did a lot of justice compared to the first one.
Yeah.
And that may sound blasphemous, but
No, but I get that, the entertainment side as far as movies and TVs and stuff, because if it was that big during that era, like they want to revamp that to reach this new generation that never heard of it.
But like
if you think about Transformers and how big that is right now, like if they would have just let Transformers be what it was back in the day, that's a whole new world of people that ain't know what the hell a Transformer is. Now
That's
music
true.
is a little bit different though, because it kind of gets weird with music.
I would like to see an Addams Family reboot. Though.
I want to see a Gremlins reboot. I think Gremlins would be fire. So yeah, somebody
already-
cut me a check when y'all do
everybody the Goonies back too.
shit. But see,
Nah,
yeah,
don't
but
touch-
you get, but then again, you,
Nah, don't touch
You
it.
can really
See what I'm
that
saying?
shit.
Don't-
See what I'm
Don't touch the
saying?
Goonies.
See what I'm saying?
Don't touch
It's
it.
not cool.
But
Classic, I love that movie.
music wise, you got to do it right though.
Right. Now I love the Jacquees, right?
Yeah.
The band. I love that song. But like every time I hear it, I just hear Avant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, like obviously you talented, you know, and you have a hit record right now, you know. So big ups to you. That's
But
it.
if you because you about our age, how old are you?
28?
Yeah, 28.
Yeah.
So if you like 19, you're not hearing.
No,
that.
that's true.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
true. You don't know nothing about
Yeah,
Avant.
he could have just took the whole.
That's
shit.
true. That's true.
Like
Big ups to Avant though,
Juju
man. I
on
was a
that
huge
beat.
fan though.
Juju on that beat, man. These kids ain't never heard.
Yeah.
If you not getting it, but they don't know how important that is to the culture.
Right. Right.
So I get it, but I feel you though. You
Nah,
just gotta do it right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not knocking it.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it.
You said Jacquees though. I'm gonna say I don't know overall artist, but I know a sleeper album was definitely that ASAP 12B album. I'm gonna say that was fire. And a lot of
Ooh,
people
I
didn't.
never listened to it.
That was fire. Yeah, that one stands out. That one, and then the first. I'm an Ace album out fan, but they was good albums. The first Cozy Tapes, this new one was whack.
The first one.
Yeah,
The first one was
the first
lit.
Cozy Tapes, I couldn't stop playing that shit.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah.
I'm also say Tiffany Goucher.
Ooh.
She's a R&B
Ooh.
songstress.
Yeah. Put that in your phones.
Hold up.
This one's free.
She's dope.
Tiffany.
I just
Goucher.
listened to this EP earlier this week. This dude named Garen Sean. Check him out. The EP is called Garen LP, or I guess it's an LP. Garen LP.
Okay.
So yeah, there's some more chewing for your head top.
You know who else is dope?
Who?
Shout out to Fam Crew.
Hey.
That, man, y'all think I forgot? Damn, they ain't even here no more. But them niggas was here and I shouted them out. Shout out to y'all niggas.
Hey, you know what else? You know what else y'all sleeping on?
What's
What we
that?
sleeping on?
Y'all sleeping on Candace, Dutty Boy.
Oh,
Y'all
okay.
don't even know
That's
that.
that island
Yeah,
rhythm.
that's that Caribbean vibe.
See, I
Okay.
fuck
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to add that to the playlist.
Dutty Boy.
You be on the real island vibes, or you like that you're faking type shit? Like,
It's kind of like a copycat, you know, industry. You know,
Yeah.
like once, like even in the NFL, like if there's like a successful play that works one week, you know, it's like okay, well you're gonna start seeing that play,
Right.
Like you're gonna start seeing variations of that play,
Right.
You know, and just like in the music industry, when you have a successful hit, You know, you got a smash record, you know what I'm saying, on top 100 on the billboards. You know, it's like, okay, well, we're going to mimic that sound.
Right.
And we're going to try to create our own variation, you know.
Right.
And that's just how it happens, you know. It's just why we always go through phases, you know, or like while like regions will have their run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we go through a phase where we're in that trend, and that's what we want to hear, and that's what we want to do.
True.
I feel that. As far as other things that's going on in the news, Jamel Hill being suspended from ESPN.
How y'all feel about that?
Whack.
You know, I see both sides of it because, you know, at the end of the day, it's kind of like you have the right to free speech and you should, you know, use your platform. But then at the same time, you have to understand a lot of times your platform isn't your platform. Like ESPN isn't her platform.
Right.
ESPN is its own platform. So you can't, if you're going to use someone else's platform to make a statement or to, you know, say some things that may be unfavorable, you have to be prepared to deal with the consequences.
I respect that.
But I think it's still.
I see that side too.
I mean, it's still BS though.
I mean, like if you let's go back to call centers, since we like to reference call centers a lot on this show. If you work at a call center and it's in company policy to not say certain things over the phone, even though that's how you feel, you say it over the phone, you're probably gonna get fired.
Definitely.
So when you look at it from that perspective, yeah. But then it's like, man, I didn't take what she was saying as a straight call to action, like, yo, boycott the Cowboys. Let's not fuck with the NFL. Right. And that's what they were trying to blow it up to be. And to me, that was whack.
Wait, but did she really use the ESPN's platform though? I mean, because
it
was her Twitter though.
Her Twitter.
You know what I'm saying? So that is her platform,
right?
So true. That's true.
You know, it wasn't like she was on the job. It wasn't like she was on her break.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
She was gone. She already knocked out her segment for the day.
I agree.
And decided to like speak her mind on her Twitter.
Right. So then once again that depends too, because you know there's some jobs where before they hire you they'll go on your social media and see, you know, what are you saying on Facebook, what are you saying on Twitter
some jobs?
Yeah.
Some? Yeah. I'm thinking like now.
Yeah, they checking you out.
Yeah. It's not just
this
jobs.
Shit got to work out because I ain't getting hired nowhere. The shit I be saying.
Yeah, I'm still deleting tweets from 2009.
Yeah,
like, oh
but
gosh.
I don't know, man. I think it's whack. I think ESPN is in a position right now. I keep saying they're having an identity crisis. Like they want to be in the culture, but at the same time they know who's cutting these checks, so they can't get too deep into it.
Disney,
right. So the only person that don't give a fuck is Shannon Sharp.
Right. Jamil need to grab Mike. And they just need to head over to Fox Sports 1.
Yeah.
Fox Sports 1 seemed to be giving like us
the
opportunity to voice our opinions without having any type of repercussions, i.e. Shannon Sharp. which I mean he's been awesome this year. Like in my opinion, like he should win an Emmy.
He should. Man.
He should win an Emmy. He should win an Emmy, man, because he's great. He's like I love Stephen A. And I actually love Max too on First Take. Yeah. But man, it's every day, man. Like Shannon Sharp starts to take more and more of my attention away from First Take, man. Yeah. And it's not. And I love Skip too, but I wouldn't go to Fox. I wouldn't go to Undisputed just for Skip. Yeah. You know. Yeah. But Shannon Sharp is every day. I'm like in commercial breaks, I'm flipping back and forth, and like I just get stuck on Undisputed.
I feel like, and I guess this applies to this generation. Period. I feel like we're in an awkward shift for good, though, especially with media and entertainment. Like more and more people are drawn to just real shit. Mm-hmm. Like shout out to us getting an award for that.
Hey,
but
shout out to y'all.
People want to relate to the people that are talking. Like they could tell you're just on some fake media type shit. That's why we're gravitating to Shannon Sharp. You know, Jamel Hill. It's like, all right, you keeping it real. Like they're not holding you back. And so I think the platforms, like you said, at Fox Sports 1, even with the football, like the Flag Football League, more and more of these are going to start popping up. And people are like, well, let's gravitate to these platforms. I think that's what's really going to change the game for real.
Yeah.
For real.
I mean, I just think that it's a shame that it'll probably take 20 or 30 years for people to look back on this type of situation like Cap was right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. Jamel was right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everyone who kneeled, everyone who, you know, protested or spoke out, they were right.
Yeah. I mean, it's hope, though. It's hope for the youth.
I mean, you have
we kind of fucked up right now. Our situation is all bad.
You have the FBI wishing a happy Dr. Martin Luther King Day, even though 40 years ago, allegedly.
No, it ain't allegedly. They paid the money.
Right.
They lost a civil suit.
Yeah, it's real though, man. It's a crazy world, man. You follow politics at all, or that ain't your?
No, that's not my speed, man. That's not my speed.
How you feel about when they? Since I just asked you that, how you feel about when media people try to go at athletes for that type shit? Like, you put, let's say Marshawn, and even Marshawn, he got a show coming up. Shout out to Marshawn Lynch. You put him in a position to try to talk some political shit, knowing that ain't his thing. And then they'll highlight yo, Marshawn said, well, they don't touch Marshawn. They scared of him. Let's say
scared of him. Spook.
Let's say Cam Newton.
Yeah,
he'll say some shit, and now it's highlighted because he fucked up what he said. When it's not really his position.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you going to freaking McDonald's for a salad, and being mad.
That is not a real.
That is not everything you thought it was gonna be.
Right.
But it's but what did you expect?
Right. It's McDonald's.
It's McDonald's. Don't get me wrong. We all grew up eating fucking Mickey D's.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going there for no fucking salad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna go to no athlete for no politics.
Right.
That's just not what he does. And why? Even although I need a story, but why am I gonna put this man in a position to where he's gonna lose?
Yeah. And
that's the whack part. Yeah. That's the whack part with the media and the beat writers and people in public relations is what are y'all? Why y'all do that?
Yeah.
Why put a man underneath a microscope that
it's a setup.
It's a setup.
Mm-hmm.
Why? That's whack. That's whack. And that's why players don't be trusting the motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's quiet as kept. Motherfuckers be ducking and dodging they ass. Oh no, they in there. Cool. I'm gonna be in lunch until they gotta go because it's a certain amount of time where the media gotta be that could interview the players, right?
Right.
But that don't mean the players gotta be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That just means that's where they at. So shit, if I know that they gonna be here between this time and this time, and I know every time I give them something they twist my fucking words, then I'm just not gonna talk to them.
Gonna be around them.
I'm not gonna be around.
So kind of hearing some of the chatter from players and teammates, especially during this fiasco with kneeling and the national anthem, were they worried about kneeling? Did they feel like they had to kneel, or did they feel like, man, I have to get this check, or what were some of the things that people were saying?
Look, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm pretty sure it was mixed, right? But for the younger guys are undrafted or first contract. Yo, I'm not taking no knee.
Right.
I can't take no knee. I'm gonna go home. Nah, I'm sorry, y'all. As much as I rock with y'all, as much as I believe in us and I stand for us, this how I'm feeding my family right now. And I don't have the luxury to say I'm gonna take a knee and y'all be like, well, the motherfucker took a knee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be I just get this motherfucker out of here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We could find somebody else who does it may not do his job as great, but just as good.
Yeah.
And he's not giving us that problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for those guys, it's I'm not even touching that. But I'm pretty sure, a lot of guys were just confused and not knowing what to do, and I don't think there's any brother in the league that doesn't rock with the culture. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that at all. You know what I'm saying? But it's just in order to understand, you have to be in that man's shoes. And if you've never been in those rooms, in those locker rooms, in those meeting rooms, it's kind of hard for you to grasp the concept. Mm-hmm. But they own you. It's like modern day slavery.
It's real, man.
You know what I'm saying? So although we getting paid a lot of money, we underpaid. We underpaid, man, and they taking advantage of us. Don't get me wrong though.
No.
I love the NFL. I love what it's done for me.
I like it, man.
You know what I'm saying? I love what it's done for me, and I would never take any of that for granted. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Just speak that real.
Straight up.
Yeah, and also I would imagine that. Man, I lost my train of thought. Forget it.
All good, man. All good. Shit happens, man.
We can go on for days, man. You dropped some jewels, but I'm gonna ask you this question right here. What would be the one thing you would leave with the world? Knowledge, love, quote, whatever. What would that be?
I would say this, that the quality of your life is determined off the quality of your questions. And I say that because, like, we all find moments in our life where we're in front of, like, people that we've either been wanting to meet or maybe in a room, and we're like, we just feel like we're right there, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, that situation never occurs again because we didn't ask the right questions. So we don't get the invite next time. It's like, yeah, you know, like, maybe we was talking and we were just trying to, like, shoot the shit. We really should have been asking real questions.
Right.
You know, to make that person say, you know what, I don't know who the fuck you are, but keep coming back around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would say, and these are things that I've just been learning, you know, in my journey of life. You know, it's like, yo, you should ask better questions, man, and learn to know what the right questions are, and be prepared for that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, bam, like, I'm here, man. This is what I got. You know what I'm saying? Let me create the right conversation. You know, amongst whoever I'm speaking with.
That's a jewel right there.
Oh, that's a bar.
That's a jewel.
So as far as people who want to reach out to you and get in contact with you via social media, how can people
man,
connect with you?
Follow me on Instagram at Omar.Bolden. That's dot is in the period. Bolden. And on Twitter at Omar Bolden. No dot.
Word, man. We appreciate you for coming through. Let's have another round of applause.
Hey.
Life is Dope Podcast. I'm Graffiti.
And I'm Davey.
Skirt.
We out.